Hi, welcome to my video on proving trig identities number 1. The trig identities will be done as 3 videos and they'll increase in difficulty as we do each one. A trig identity is an equation which has trig equations on the left side equal to the trig expressions on the left side equal to the trig expressions on the right side. Manipulate one side until it is the same as the other side. You work down one side only. And again, talk to your teacher on that, but the official way is to work one side only. When simplifying, obey the order of operations, PEMDAS or BEDMAS. Separate, as what I'm going to do, is separate the two sides as left side and right side. Then I'm going to work one side until it becomes the other. That's the way I'm going to do them. But again, see how your teachers ask you to do it. So here we go. We have a couple of examples here. A, prove that tan theta cos theta is equal to sine theta. So notice we have I'm going to call it the left side is tan theta cos theta, and the right side is sine theta. So this is the left of the equation, this is the right of the equation. So sine is already as far as it can go, so I have to simplify this side. So tan is sine over cosine times cos, and since we're multiplying fractions, this is over 1, we cancel the causes, 1, 1, and we get sine. And probably you might have to make a statement, since the left side equals the right side, notice, left side equals the right side, it is an identity. Again, check with your teacher if you have to make this statement. B, prove sine over cosecant theta is equal to 1 minus cos theta. Again, the left side is sine theta over cosecant theta, and the right side is 1 minus cos squared theta. Now, it's your choice. It looks like I know what this is because I can recognize it. 1 minus cos squared, that's going to be a sine squared. So if I do this side, it's already going to sine, so this looks like the more difficult one to work with. So let's pick this side. Sine theta, and cosecant is 1 over sine theta. And we have sine theta, and this is the division here, so we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom, which is sine theta over 1. Again, this is division sign, so this is sine times sine over 1. And sine times sine is sine squared. And you notice that this side right here is 1 minus cos squared, so we could say, oh, that's a square there. Sine squared times sine squared. Sine times sine is sine squared. And sine squared is 1 minus cos squared. And make the statement, since the left side equals the right side. The left side is 1 minus cos squared. The right side is 1 minus cos squared. Since the left side equals the right side, it is an identity. So that's the way identities will be done. Notice you work one side only. That's the official way to do identities. Okay, let's do some. And I have some for the practice. Here we go. Again, pause the video and work this out, and then press playback to see if you have it, and do that for each one. So we have the left side, which is tan theta, cosecant theta, and cos theta. And the right side is 1. This is the left side, this is the right side. And this is a 1, so I should simplify this side. So another name for tan is sine over cosine. Another name for cosecant is 1 over sine. And times cos. So I changed tan and cosecant to cos and sines. And now since I'm multiplying, let's see if we can cancel that over 1. So I can cancel. The coses cancel. 1. The sines, the top and bottom, so they cancel. And all 1s on the top. All 1s on the bottom. Multiply 1 times 1 times 1. 1 times 1 times 1. 1 over 1 is 1. And notice, the right-hand side is a 1. The left-hand side is a 1. Since the left side equals the right side, it is an identity. Okay, number 2. Prove that sine theta over 1 minus sine squared theta is equal to secant times tan. And again, I recognize that this is a cos squared here. So this is pretty well simplified. So if I go sine, put sine over cos squared, then I still got to go and pick up this. So it looks like what I'm going to do is I'm going to work the right side this time and come up with the left side. So as long as you work one side fully without touching the other side. So let's leave this alone because that's a cos squared there. So this might become that. Let's see. Secant is 1 over, that's an S, I need a C. Secant is 1 over cos times tan is sine over cos. And 1 times sine is sine. Cos times cos is cos squared. And notice this one has a sine, that has a sine. That means that 1 minus sine squared must be cos squared, which is true. So cos squared is 1 minus sine squared, is one of the trig identities. This is one that comes from the Pythagorean. Remember, cos squared plus sine squared is 1. Well, this one comes out of that because cos squared is equal to 1 minus sine squared. And since the left side equals the right side, it is an identity. So I kept these pretty simple so far to show you what to do. But again, as I do the next couple of videos, they'll get tougher and there are skills that you practice to work these out. And number 3, prove sine squared plus cos squared over cos squared is equal to secant times tan times cosecant theta. So we have the left side, which is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta over, and the right side is secant times tan times cosecant. So which side would you pick? Well, I know what this is. Sine squared plus cos squared, that's a 1. So if that's a 1, then 1 over cos squared could become secant squared. So it looks like, let's work this side right here again. Because if I change that to 1 over cos squared, then I can make that 1 minus sine squared. Okay, so here we go. Secant is 1 over cos. Tan is sine over cos. Cosecant is 1 over sine. and we're multiplying. Notice we can't cancel. Yes, we can. We have fractions, so we got a sine right here and a sine here, so I can cancel sines. 1, 1. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Sine times sine is sine squared. And I got to work one side. Now I'm working this side, so I don't touch this side. So notice 1 is sine squared over cos squared. And we already got a cos squared. So that's a cos squared, and that's a cos squared. So 1 is equal to sine squared plus cos squared, or cos squared plus sine squared. And the left side is equal to the right side. So since the left side equals the right side, it is an identity. And again, write the two sides down and decide which way to go. And in the next video, I'll show you how to handle this if you get stuck, because these worked out pretty good. And that's what it's meant to be. This is the first video on identity, so they weren't meant to be difficult, just to show you the pattern that you have to do to work out the identities. And that brings us to the end. And if you like the video on the first one on identities, click the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Visit my website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, and there you'll find more information about me, my videos, and the content. And that's the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.